Alrighty guys, just thought I'd do another little update. This is a overhead console for the cab that I have on my tractor. Just want to try and make being in it in the winter a little bit more enjoyable, even though it is cold and everything else. Yeah, so what I did is I picked up a Jensen JD, or JHD rather, 905 radio. Got this off eBay. It was 166 bucks with free shipping. It came in a John Deere package. I don't know, it's the same. Jensen sells the same thing. I guess there's other people out there that sell them. But anyway, this was cheaper, the cheapest that I could find that wasn't refurbished or anything like that, brand new. I picked up two Jensen speakers. These are 3-inch speakers. They mount in a 3-inch hole. And they actually have this little, I guess, cup that thread onto them. That middle hole in the back right there, that center hole, that's where the wires poke through, and then I guess you get your air movement in through there. Yeah, so I picked two of those up on Amazon. They were like 35 bucks a piece, and yeah, because they sell them individually. You can get, I think, a 4-inch or whatever. Those are sold together, but those wouldn't fit in the size console that I need, or that I made rather. So I opted for the 3-inch. I think they look pretty cool. One on each side, and then I got a 6 bank opening here for some Contour switches, Blue Sea System switches. It's the Contour, they're square. I'm going to have the cab lights, the wiper, the strobe light, the spout control. I'm going to have a dome light under here, and I know there's one more that I'm missing. Oh, the heater. I'm going to have the heater on off right there. So 6 bank switch, little opening there. I got this off Amazon. It was like 12 bucks. You can get other ones where you can make these even more. You can make 8, 7, whatever, you can keep going. You just got to get the little modules, I guess, or whatever they call them, that go in between there. But this one, you can't make it any bigger. I knew what I wanted, so I said I'm not going to need any more than that in there. So got that cut out. So, and then the radio there. I do have a hole. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see it there for the wires to stub through the backside into the actual console area. Excuse me, so that kind of hide the wires. Kind of the backside of it. And then that little, I guess this little cup thing, like I was explaining earlier, that'll thread on to there over that. That'll thread on up to there. So, and I did check my clearances. It just fits on the where I'm mounting this thing. So picked up a Blue Sea System, again on Amazon, little ground stud. It's rated for a high voltage power, so if you come in here with power off a battery, you can split it off and bring it elsewhere. But I'm going to use it for a ground stud so I can bring all my ground connections to this one central location. And then I picked up a 6 bank fuse panel. This is the newer style that they come out with. It's got a little LED light on there, I guess, that'll light up when the fuses are in there, and I guess it'll turn off when the fuse is blown, or vice versa. I forget which. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to come off my battery in my tractor and hit this, and then each individual switch is going to have its own, minus the spout control. Well, no, actually, I take that back. The spout control will be controlled off this too. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, yeah, so that way I can kind of break down each individual thing, and they're not all being loaded off one wire, even though essentially they are. So anyway, yeah, I got this all ready to go. It's getting ready for primer now. Like I said, I just got done cutting all the holes in it and whatnot else. Missed one of my, I forgot one of my screws at my house, so I'm actually at my parents' today. Yeah, but this, kind of show you where this is going. For those of you that are familiar with these cabs, this is the front top curved section of the cab, and these two holes here and then these two here is where the windshield hinges on, and then the top section here is where the roof bolts. So if you can kind of envision, you know, the cab will sit, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Anyway, it'll kind of sit somewhat like that, and then the whole assembly hinges off, a hinge here and then another hinge down that way. You can kind of see it, so that it'll sit and then just hinge down like so. Super simple actually, really, to do. I just had to kind of a hard time designing it, so to speak, I guess, making sure that when I did it that this distance was correct with this distance so that this would be vertical. I got it super close with a little test piece, and then I sent that test piece out with dimensions on a sheet of paper to the local sheet metal shop who does all my stuff, and he got it really close. He had this just a fuzz high, and then this back section was just a little bit higher, so I took a good 1/4 inch off each side and then the back. And then what I had to do, you can kind of see this is bent backwards that way a little bit, so I had to, this is going to be, it's going to be super close, but and you're not even going to notice it, but I had to bend this on my metal brake to get this to sit how I wanted it to on that curb section there. And then what's going to support this thing so it doesn't just hinge down, I got 3 holes drilled, one on each end and then one in the middle, and then I just got a 1/4 20 thread bolt that's going to thread through there into that black section that I showed you. And if I need to service something, if a fuse blows, whatever, when I take the cab off in the spring, put it back on in the winter, whatever, I just got to undo those 3 bolts. This will hinge down. I can access everything, all the wiring. So yeah, I think it'll work out well once I get it all painted and everything like that, which is what I'm going to do right now, actually. So I'm ready to go on there. I just got to do it. So yeah, if you like this video, comment, rate, subscribe for more once I get the finished product up. I did have one little oops here on this black section, because I have 2 cabs and I'm only using the one right now. I have a spare, I guess, spare parts, so to speak, but this one's gonna end up going on my tractor. Somebody drilled an extra hole there. I don't know what it was for, whatever, but anyway, I trying to keep things, you know, even and everything. I measured, you know, I think it was 2 inches off this side, and I measured, okay, I'm 2 inches off this side, 1/2 inch down in between this 1 inch little flange here, and I couldn't have been almost more centered on that hole on that thing. So, and I never even thought about that. Had I thought about it, I would have changed it. But anyway, too late now. So yeah, and I did have to drill a hole, this larger hole here for my antenna for my radio, for the I guess like the booster wire or something like that is what they call it, because you have the actual, the coaxial, I guess is what it is, and then you have a little power wire you're supposed to hook up, and that's supposed to help boost signal. So yeah, otherwise I could have just used this hole here, but I had to have a bigger hole, and this hole here is going to be for the lights on the roof. So I'd rather not have, I guess, interference with that, but either way they're all going to be in together anyway, so whatever. But yeah, again, If you like this video, comment, rate, subscribe for more. I'm hoping to have this whole thing done tomorrow, wired, everything on the tractor. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow. Spent a couple hours on this and cutting a back window section out for my cab, so because I'm making my cab a hard-sided cab, not a soft-sided. So slowly but surely we're getting there with that project and with this. So like I said, I'm gonna get to painting this, and yeah, probably have another video up tomorrow wiring this thing. And yeah, so hope you liked the video. Comment, rate, subscribe again, and we'll see you. Thanks for watching.